Yo, what is going on, people? And welcome back to another brand new episode of the SVR podcast. First of all, everyone, how is everyone doing today? I hope you all having a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening whenever you happen to be. I always appreciate each one of you carving out a little time to join with us. Whether you're watching this live on YouTube, listening while you work, on your way home, or just, unwinding. Thanks for the ongoing support and generally means a lot. And I also do hope you guys' lives been treating you all very well. If you're new here, welcome. On the SVR podcast, we sit down with musicians, content creators, road wrestlers, and talented people from all walks of life to hear their stories, explore their journeys, and have real conversations about creativity, music, life, and everything between. Lastly, if you guys don't mind, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't want to miss on more content. Um, and guys, I have some good news. I have a webcam now. Don't mind the flickering that is going on. I'm still gonna be working on it, so it's a good upgrade, right, guys? Yeah, it's a good upgrade. Um, and unfortunately, our co-host APOC hasn't got the chance to come in to show up due to unavailability. It's too focused on politics, so we do apologize for that. But we hope maybe next week he'll be there. So yeah, Alex is my man. Welcome, Outlaw, and welcome Little Sauce. Welcome everybody, really, uh, to the podcast. So let's introduce today's guest. So today's guest is someone who's been involved in a Roblox wrestling community for quite some time. And let's just say he's taken a pretty interesting journey within it. Um, he was a former Roblox wrestler who played different gimmicks during his time in the ring, getting to experience the community from highs and lows, before eventually transitioning to a chairman, a leadership role as a chairman. My bad. He's also been involved in running multiple federations throughout his time in the community, some operating more independently, while others were considerably larger. Those federations, unfortunately, though, didn't always go as successfully as he had hoped, because there were a lot of controversies in situations that kind of affected him both mentally and emotionally, which then it led him to take a huge hiatus from doing responsibilities as a chairman and from being around in the community. So, that experience um, alone, also welcome person to the chat. That experience alone would eventually lead him toward EAW, which stands for Extreme Awesome Wrestling, where the goal for him is to get back on his feet, learn from what happened in the past, work things out, and most importantly, communicate better with the staff and the people involved in this federation, making sure the ideas that they bring together make sense and that everyone is on the same page before moving forward with them. On top of that, outside of Roblox wrestling, he's also an Eastern Orthodox Christian. Yes. Living in Poland, of course. Who's also interested in politics, particularly what's happening within the Polish government and the decisions being made by politicians. And, of course, he's not afraid to speak out his mind, just like a lot of us. We're not afraid to get things out of our chest. So yeah. Um. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give it a welcome to today's guest, Alex Campbell. What's up, man? How you doing?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm doing fine, thank you for asking. And one thing before we go forward, I'm a Roman Catholic.
Uh,
just to get you
oh,
there, right there.
uh, but then how? Okay, okay. Well, maybe my questions are changeable. I mean, I thought you were Christian, so.
I mean, I am Christian, but here's the thing. You can be Christian, but you can also be a Roman Catholic. Those things do not
uh,
disqualify each other.
I mean, unless if you just like converted, then yeah, yeah. But all right. So here's how today's interview is gonna work. Here. Also, hey, welcome to the stream, person. Um, I'm gonna take you through 10 questions, covering up your journey from pro wrestling. Obviously, I'm gonna be also asking you about your personal faith, all the way till where you are today, uh, in general.
All right.
With that being said, are you ready?
Of course, I'm ready.
All right,
Let's go.
let's get straight to it. So, obviously, you started making your own account in 2019 as Alex McAfee. Am I pronouncing right? Yeah, Affrey. Yeah. Which means you have been involved in Roblox wrestling for approximately 7 years now.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm sure you were still figuring out what kind of characters you wanted to portray as, and where you wanted to take your career further within the community. So, when you first discovered the Roblox wrestling scene as a whole for the very first time ever, what was the first experience like for you?
Well, the thing is, first off, I have actually opened up my Roblox account. I've had one account before. I opened it up like 2018, and I went to this Roblox wrestling game. It was called Impact. It was about TNA, and it was a well-known R2 interactive game in the community. It was well known, and I've been there for a few times, but I didn't really give a damn about Roblox wrestling at that time. But then, in 2019, some personal stuff happened in my life, and I needed an escape. So I found gaming to be an escape, and so I've went to pro wrestling more seriously. I've made a new account. It was named WrestleMania 3451 to be specific. Then I changed it to Alex McAfee. And for the purpose of my gimmick, obviously Alex McAfee, which I used to do in BWE, owned by Alpha. Uh, from 2022 onwards, when that happened, when I came in, I wanted to try something different because, life was bad for me at that time, especially then, it was quite a tough challenge. Alcoholic parents and whatnot. And so I found the escape in Roblox Wrestling, and I've enjoyed it mostly. But yeah, the first experience with pro wrestling was the Impact game. But then the thing is, I never actually went to people's promotions. When I've joined in wrestling, I opened up my federation first. So yeah, I basically went in green, not knowing what the hell I was gonna do. I've only known APRW by that time, because yeah, when I was at the time, I was a little kid, and so I actually used to watch a lot of APRW, and it fascinated me. It was something good. I liked it, and so hey, I'm gonna be the next APRW. I'm gonna make the next federation. So I went in December 2019. I've made a federation called National Wrestling Federation (NWF), and yeah, that was pretty much my first experience in pro wrestling because I rarely used to go to other people's promotions, although I did, for some period, but I did.
But but then like, so you mentioned 2022. What happened like 2020 and 2021? Like, where you were like, busy with like school and stuff.
Yeah, I was in normal school, primary school at that time, and yeah, I was in like sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, I think. Maybe I could be wrong about that, because it's been a long time ago, but I think I'm not. So yeah, it was still in school days.
Well, that's good that you're like you don't focus and didn't focus too much because you had your school situation going
Yeah,
on.
yeah. And, I didn't at the time. I didn't have much interest, in going to other people's federations. I went to NWO, obviously, to Matt Saban's federation for some time. Won the Intercontinental title there, and pretty much called it quit after that. I've had multiple retirements from wrestling, actually two, to be specific. And at that time, I was burned out because I was doing the federation of my own, and WF was still standing at that time. 2020 and 2021, it was still standing, and it was still doing well. And so I was a little bit burned out. So I didn't really go to other people's promotions, like I've said. But yeah, NWO was a noticeable exception.
That's nice. That's nice to see. Like you get to see like I said in the beginning, the highs and the lows of Roblox wrestling itself.
Yeah, especially when you're on the top, the fall down from grace, so to speak, is very, very painful. It can be very, very painful, very brutal, you
I mean,
know.
now it's become
I've
even.
experienced it
I
multiple
mean,
times.
now it's become more softer. Now it's become way more
Well, yeah,
softer.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
so. Also, what's up, Kenta? Welcome to the stream. I did see you in the chat. What's up, fam? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so let's move forward to the second question, which is an interesting one to ask because I noticed, like, I noticed that not only did you like change your name entirely, but you also like changed your appearance as well. Um, it seems like you like brushed off the older gimmick for good. And I'm just wondering if that was intentional or not. So tell me this, Alex. What made you decide to move on from the name, quote unquote, Alex Simpson and start going by Alex Campbell?
Well, the thing, multiple reasons. Number one, I wanted to cut myself up from the shit I've done, because there's been a lot of it. But yeah, I wanted to basically open up a new chapter in my life, and so I've decided, it's time for a change. And I was wondering what would I change, because I've changed my appearance, and it's something different now, and I didn't think it was enough, and so I've decided, I'm gonna go with Alex Campbell. Uh, so yeah, I basically wanted to, number one, cut myself off, from the past that I regret and I am not happy about, and the things that I would wish to, just make disappear. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. And number two, I was basically bored because how many years you can play the same gimmick? I mean, I've done it for like 6 years because I at first I was Alex Overdrive since 2019 to 2020, and then at the start of 2021, I've developed the Alex Simpson character, and it was like, for how long can you play the same thing? I was this rude asshole type of a gimmick, Mr. McMahon type authority figure, and I was like, I'm bored of it. I'm bored of it. It's just, for how long you can play the same damn stuff. I mean, it got boring, it got repetitive. I lost whatever happiness I had, doing it, and whatever interest I had in doing it. And so I've made a decision. I'm gonna change my name. But then I've started to think, I'm gonna change my name. Okay, but what I can name myself after? So I've actually tried to do Alex Reddington, based off of the Raymond Reddington character, but it didn't sit well. And fun fact, I actually got banned from Twitter like for 7 days because the administrators were saying I was impersonating Raymond Reddington, which was basically the whole point of the account. Uh, Thankfully, I got it back on appeal. But yeah, I mean, I was basically lost, and then I wondered to myself, hey, maybe I'm gonna change to a name that I don't see very often. So I've thought about, I've wrote down some names, I've tried maybe Alex Matthews, maybe Alex Evans, something like that. But then I've went to the English surnames and from the United Kingdom, and I found Campbell there. And I was like, yeah, there we go. That's something. So yeah, that's the whole story basically of the name change. But yeah, I've went around doing different things, and I've tried to open up EAW once before, but yeah, it didn't work well. It didn't work well, and I actually had to take like a 3 month hiatus after that. It didn't end well. It was like completely broken from the very day that the idea came from me and Techly to reopen EAW. It was basically upward. It was very bad. It didn't work out well. And so I've said to them, sorry, folks, I'm not gonna do it. I apologize if I given you, wrong impressions or wrong expectations. I'm sorry, my mental is not good enough. I'm not gonna do it. And I've went on a hiatus, and I pretty much recently, like a month ago, only came back, because of EAW and opening it up, and the whole story about opening up EAW is a pretty long story. I'm gonna try to keep it short. Basically, I've went to TechLeap because he was seeking opinion about EAW currently. Because when I was leaving, I've appointed Rico, who currently runs Rolflex, to replace me. But unfortunately, all he did was use the Federation to promote himself and not the Federation itself. So I went to Techly, I wrote in a big fat message, with every critique that I can find, meritorical, completely filled with arguments, trying not to lose my cool and whatnot. So yeah, he read it, and we went to the staff group chat. He invited me there, and there I had a very big fallout with Mr. Rico. So yeah, which led to him leaving, and that's how the EAW Federation of today came to be. So yeah.
Mm. That must have been exhausting, and I mean, I hope you like when you move forward, it came down to like working with this Fed well enough to like able to continue because I don't know how long it's gonna go in the long run in 2 years, so I cannot imagine. Speaking of the Fed, by the way, I have a third question to ask. So, obviously, after everything you have experienced throughout your time in the Roblox wrestling community, you have also encountered some obviously controversial moments and situations that eventually led you to take a huge hiatus from the community. I could just imagine how became mentally, emotionally exhausting to you. I mean, you didn't want this to happen, but oh well, it happened anyway, so to speak. However, you recently came back with a new federation known as EAW. So tell me this, Alex. Why did you choose to come back with EAW? And overall, does it go well according to the plan?
Well, first off, I'm gonna answer the bit of why I came back with EAW. Uh, that was the federation which I was developing with TechLead. It wasn't exactly known as such at that time, but when I came back, it was set in. It was locked in as EAW. EAW is actually technically old federation. It was a known federation in the community for like a few years, until it closed down. And he came to me with an idea, hey, let's do this. I got this federation. I know it's been like tough when Grand, whole Grand situation happened. But yeah, he proposed to me basically to do the federation, and I agreed. But then, shit happened. My mental got completely destroyed. I was at a very dark period, I would say. There's been a lot of them, but yeah, I think it was maybe a little bit softer because I knew how to handle it at that time. But yeah, I had to make the only decision I could, which was, go on hiatus. That's it. Just leave the community for some time. Get yourself sorted out and come back. Different. And I did. And I'm trying to be different a little bit, at least a little bit. But yeah, basically EAW. Yeah, EAW is going under plan. Yeah, it's going very very well. We've crossed 200 people. It's growing. We have a show tonight, by the way, and yeah, we have 2 shows a week. Cleans. We also have women showing up starting this week. We're gonna have a women's division as well. We also have a hardcore division set up, which just needs to be launched, and yeah, it looks quite promising. So and yeah, I just hope that nothing more happens. That it's just stable. That's what I hope. That it just becomes stable, and nothing happens in between, which would force me to abandon my plans again. Because that would be a big disgrace. I've left before. I left EAW before, and I don't want to do it a second time. Until it's successful, of course. Then, if it is successful and technically comes to me and says, we're good, if I'm like blocking some point of growth to the Federation, I'll step back, but it didn't happen up to now. And I'm grateful that it didn't. But yeah, I know someday I will have that conversation with Techly. Because, I am still, despite the years that I've crossed, I'm still persona non grata in RWA. Believe me, it never changed, and it will never change. And if EAW were to go to RWA or even like become affiliated with it, I know I would have that conversation with him.
Well, let's hope it goes well, man. Let's hope it goes well consistently. Like, because I know I heard like you had like less people in last show due to time constraints. That the time zone didn't even match and whatnot and stuff like that. Anywho, let's go for the fourth question. This is more of an opinion based, uh, so I don't know if you wanted to answer that, but let me break it down. I mean, one thing you have probably learned after being involved in the Roblox wrestling community for so many years is that keeping a federation alive is much harder than simply creating one. You can have a great roster, you can have like a interesting storylines, prestige championships, and a lot of hype when you first launch. But maintaining that momentum over time consistently is a completely different challenge, if you may ask me. So, from your experience as both a former wrestler and a chairman, what do you think, in your opinion, is the biggest mistake Federation owners make when trying to keep their community alive? Is it poor communication, inconsistent time time shows, time constraints, focusing too much on big numbers, or just not listening to the roster's
Yeah,
constructive
focusing too
criticism?
much on big numbers, honestly. Yeah, that's the typical mistake that I see. Many federations, when they open up, they have good intentions, but they got the completely wrong goal. Because, when you open up a federation, it's not about, becoming the next OPRW or the next RW or the next CGW, it's about survival basically. Because, you have to survive. If you don't make it, within like 2 weeks and the whole activity dries out, you failed. You basically failed. So yeah, the best I would say is if you are just starting out, basically don't measure growth by how big you are. Measure it how active you are. And that is a very important thing. Federations, indie federations, especially these days, they have low numbers of activity. Even if they got big numbers, there's not a lot of people active, not a lot of people coming to shows or actively, getting into storylines and whatnot, participating in tournaments, even doing social media posts. So yeah, what I would basically recommend, if I'm any type of person to give advice, is basically don't measure your growth by how big you are. Basically, do it how active your federation is. Because if it is active, it's gonna last. If it ain't, it's gonna close. That's simple as that.
Right, right. That's. Uh, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like you should be focusing on big numbers when you're comparing one Fed to another Fed. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
soon, soon. To answer the question, yeah. Uh, all right. Now we did get the wrestling side out of the way. Well, yeah. I mean, I have a last question I can ask, but let's move forward from that. And this is something that I never really done before,
Mhm.
and this is like the first time I'm doing it. Even though it's not everyone's cup of tea, it's not something they want to hear and be like, "Hey, I don't really care about this kind of a conversation because it's not for me. It's not the representation of what I mean."
Mhm.
At the end of the day, I I just ask what I feel like I wanted to ask, knowing you personally. So I also want to talk about your faith because,
Oh,
as far as I know, yes, I know you're Eastern Orthodox Christian, but also you're Roman Catholic
yeah.
living in Poland, which is
Yeah.
interesting considering Poland it is mostly predominantly Catholic, while
Yeah.
only a much smaller percentage of the population identifies as Orthodox Christian.
Mhm.
So, what has your experience been like as an Orthodox Christian living in a predominantly Catholic country? Have you felt like that being part of a much smaller Christian domination made your experience different from the people around you, or has it generally not been much of an issue at all?
It never been an issue really. I've never really noticed the difference because we as Poles we believe in one God, and that's basically we got one God, the Holy Spirit, and obviously the Son. Yeah, so that's basically what it's been like for me because I've been a very faithful kid since I can remember. But then for many years I've lost that love to Christ and I've lost faith. I became this rebel type of a kid. And it was a painful time, mostly. It was a painful time because I was doing things I never should have done, looking back at it, and things that, people would say, normal people don't do, faithful people don't do. But, but yeah, I was always a curious person. But regardless, I've rediscovered Christ last year. I had a very painful breakup out of my own doing. I must admit, after a year, it was my own doing. I was too jealous. I tried to be a little bit more protective than I should have been. And yeah, I've paid a big price for it. But yeah, but at the time, it was September. Sorry, it was August actually. So yeah, it's 1 year since getting back with, yeah, God, it's been really a tough journey. But yeah, it's I've had the breakup and it was very painful and I felt like I had nowhere else to go and nobody to talk to. So I've began to study the Bible again, read it, and I've began to pray again. And I found a school priest, which is a very good man. He's a pretty young priest, but he's a solid guy, which was taking in my confessions and whatnot. Trying to trying to how it is grow my mind a little bit, so to speak, on Christ and on faith. And so I experienced a dozen sad things in my life since, but I also do. Well, I've needed a long time to actually, understand that. Um, Small things happened in my life which were positive, even though they were overshadowed by dark things happening in my life. For example, my uncle, which was deathly ill, it looked like, survived. So that is one good thing, and also my friends are more supportive of me in real life, and also my teachers know my situation and try to help me out. I have a therapist to which I go to whenever I need to get things out or ask for advice or basically try to clean out my mind whenever it's too bad, I would say, to run. So yeah, I would say that uh, for the past year, I was trying, and I think in some way I did achieve it. To be happy about small things. That is an important thing in life. I didn't discover it for the whole life basically until recently. Just growing up happy, having food on the table and being able to go to school and learn. Yeah, those are small things, but they're not guaranteed, and I'm grateful that I have it, even though I hate some parts of it. But yeah, I'm grateful that I have it regardless. So yeah, it's a painful journey, but I would say it's like a catharsis journey. It cleans you from within. It also opens your mind to self-destructing habits that you have. And oh boy, I mean, the whole world knows that I have plenty of them. Some of them I still do, but yeah, it opens up your mind to remind you, you have this, which destroys you. You're staying up late till like 2, 3 a.m. and it breaks up your mind. It causes brain fog. It causes you to stop thinking, whatever. And yeah, when your biological clock is fucking turned upside down, and things like that. So yeah, I would say faith opens up those things to your mind. But yeah, when you are a rebel like me, it will take some time before you actually start accepting what you're hearing out of by the Bible or the priests or whatever. And it took me a while, but yeah, I would say right now, I'm grateful for everything that I've heard regarding faith and about Christ and about God and about the Christianity as a whole. Yeah, it can be painful sometimes, but I love it. I love it. It is my life. I love it. The fact of the matter is this: I've been through so much up to this point that, sometimes when I lay down, the only thing I can hear in my mind is like thoughts which they didn't appear for years. God opened up my mind, and I'm grateful for him for that. My mind is far more clear than it used to be. Now I know, when to say something, when to not say something, when to keep myself shut, when to shut up, basically, and not engage with provocations and confrontations too much. Although sometimes I am able to break, unfortunately. But yeah, it happens very rarely these days. I try to be as polite as I can be. Of course, I throw in slurs once upon a time because who doesn't? But yeah, I try to be nice as I can and try to get a good name for myself, opposite to the bad name I was giving myself for the past 5 years or so.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Well, it's good that you come across with God. Remember to repent.
Yeah, that is very important. Yeah, if you don't repent, you're not gonna get anywhere.
True. Back to the Raw Wrestling's related.
Yeah.
So this one is more, once again, an opinion based, but this time it revolves
Mhm.
around the catalog of, well, the list of the people in the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Raw Wrestling has had, obviously plenty of wrestlers who were
Yeah.
absolutely extremely talented, but never received the recognition they deserved. Maybe they were great in the ring, had a strong character work foundation. They cut great promos so much that they decide to kind of just, I don't know what's the word, underrate them for some reason.
Underrated. Yeah.
Yeah, underrated. So let's put you on the spot, Alex. Who are your top five most underrated Roblox wrestlers of all time? People you generally believe should have received their flowers a long time ago. And for each one, what makes you believe, in your opinion, they deserve more recognition?
Oh well, you actually put me on a spot because I forgot a lot about pro wrestling up to this point, but I think I can name a few that I know which did in some way get their flowers, but not as much as they should. Number one, Pody. Pody Archer, Pody Andrews, I've known this guy for a few years. He is quite a good pro wrestler. He especially this time around, he has grown a lot. He has trained in, given it in, and he became a good pro wrestler, I would say. So yeah, I wish people would actually recognize him, and get him to like bigger things to do than just indie pro wrestling federations and whatnot. The second person is Chino. I've met Chino at the beginning of Hybrid. At the very beginning of Hybrid, he was like one of the few people that has actually joined in within like first 2 weeks of the promotion. I never met him up to that point, but yeah, he is a wonderful guy. He could have a little bit of an ego on him sometimes. Sometimes, let me just clarify that. But yeah, usually he's a very good man to work with. So yeah, especially respect his work ethic because he is a little bit more part time nowadays. But when I met him, he was very full time. He was appearing on pretty much every single hybrid show, which it's given me hope. It given me hope that hybrid could still be a thing. So yeah, I appreciate him for that. And one name, last name I'm gonna name is not a name which you would actually expect me to drop out, especially after everything that happened. I would say Matt Saban. Matt
Mm.
Saban deserves far more flowers than he gets, honestly. NWO is a good federation, I would say. It maybe has its flaws once upon a time, but usually it's actually a very good federation. But yeah, despite all the things that happened between me and Matt and whatnot, I still respect him.
I'll
I
be right
still
back,
respect
by
him
the
for
way.
what
I'm
he.
gonna be.
Yeah.
So continue.
Okay. I respect Matt Saban for the work ethic he's putting with NWO. I think that is the most respectful thing about him, honestly, to me at least. But he's also a decent wrestler in the ring. So yeah, I would say those are my top three. Maybe if I could, no, no, I think this is like my top three names on the list of most underrated people. I think Matt deserves a lot more. And here's what I will say: whether I like him or not, whether or not we have history, we have plenty of it. I wish he would go to the RWA. I really do. I wish Matt Saban and NWO would join the RWA. And I think if he keeps up the good work, I think it's possible. I hope it is, at least. If everything's right with Pro Wrestling, I think NWO will join the RWA. And I wish him all the success in that. And I hope he will, because I think he deserves it. That's just what it is. Regardless of what happened and whatnot, I have some sympathy and I have some good feelings about this guy. Yeah, so I wish you will get some flowers. And no, I'm not gonna say Remook because Remook actually gets the flowers he deserves. So yeah, he's lazy. He's lazy. No, 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 no. But yeah, yeah. This is basically my top three for rap battle. Well, I was able to name three. I don't think I'm able to name five. Honestly, I don't think I'm able to name five. And I'm being honest here. Um, I sweep all of them. Okay, I'm gonna read the chat real quick. Basically, SVR had to go for a second, so yeah, we're a little bit of an intermission, I guess. Uh, what did you say, Kenta? If I could know. Could you remind me of your gimmick real quick? Kenta Zane. Okay, I remember now. Well, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen, at least in hybrid, you used to be good. I didn't follow you much up to now, so yeah. Croc Lesnar versus Crex Nova. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, wasn't it like a planned pay-per-view match? Something like that? Wasn't it like planned for a pay-per-view? Oh, okay. Okay, Camille. Well, here's the thing, man. Well, Hybrid is closed. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? Hybrid is closed for like a year now. So, what am I supposed to tell you? Like, where's my title shot, you know? I don't got your title shot because the fight is closed. I got a new one. Who are your top five? Who are top five in the current federation? Okay. Well, I'm gonna name top five real quick. Let's go with number five. I would say number five is Flame Nakamura. Flame Nakamura is actually a decent competitor. I've met him like for the first time. He is quite of a person, I would say. He gives it all, so yeah, I can respect that. Number four is Pody. Number three. Hmm. I would say the number three would be. Huh. Who can I name actually? Who is actually good? Because I have a person for number two and number one, but number three. Uh, well, okay. Number three, I would say is Marvel Jacob Friedman. You know, even though he just joined in, but yeah, he had a good showing on his first match, and he will have a match also on today's card or Saturday's card. I cannot remember right now, but yeah. Number two is Bush Fletcher, and number one is Royal Law. I think Royal Law and Bush Fletcher both could mount to big things if they put in the work, obviously. But if they don't, well, miss opportunity, I guess. But yeah, I'll try my best. Uh, Camilo Kami. Well, Camilo, I didn't see you wrestle up till now. If you show up for your next booking and you're good, I may change my mind. But I didn't see you for like a few, I don't know, was it like a few months, half a year or so of you wrestling? So yeah. Dude, I don't need your clips. I need if I am naming people who are best in my federation, I've seen them wrestle in my federation. That's my rule here. But I mean, like I've said, if you would show up, if you will show up to your planned booking, then maybe the opinion will change. I mean, Camille, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm the best GM of all time. Eh, I mean, I've seen a dozen of GMs. I've seen a dozen of GMs up to this point. So yeah, we're gonna see about that. Bro's saying that with me in here. Well, good that you ask. EAW hosts on Fridays and Saturdays. Today, which is Friday, we host on 4:30 p.m. Eastern, which is 10:30 Polish time, just for your information, Camille. And on Saturday, tomorrow, we host on 1:30 EST, which is uh, 6:30 p.m. European time, which is like 7:30 for us, Camille. So yeah, I mean those are normal times. I would say, those are normal times for the community. Uh, it depends on the audience you're trying to bring in. If I'm trying to bring in EST audience, obviously it will be a little bit later. But if I'm trying to bring in also the GMT guys, like from Europe and
All
whatnot,
right,
then I'm
ladies and
doing it on
gentlemen, I
European
do
times.
sincerely apologize for the
All
break.
good. All good. I
Um,
was uh I was addressing the chat for a little bit.
he was chilling with the chat a little bit.
Yeah.
What was like the fourth and the fifth person you listed here in the?
I didn't list fourth and fifth, honestly. I listed three because that's what I was able to do.
Was there something else you were saying? Like besides?
Well, I was basically answering people's things on chat. That's all.
Questions. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
all. That's all.
that's good. Oh, that's good. I mean, we could have kept it for like the bonus, like for the end of the podcast. But hey, okay, fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Yes.
There's also one more question, if I may. Camille asks, "Can you tell us why three matches or FT4?" Check out the show and you will find out. Check out the show today and you'll find out. There's like 2 hours left till the show. So yeah, just show up to the show and you'll have everything you know.
Nice. All right, let's get back in the track, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is another outside of Roblox wrestling question. It's
Yeah.
still related to faith in a certain way,
Hmm?
and that's more about the challenge part of it. So, you know, faith is something that can be deeply personal. Don't get it twisted. And I think it's important to acknowledge that even people who are very devoted to their beliefs can go through periods of doubt. Life can just immediately like throw you away with difficult situations at you that may make you question, hey, what I believe, why should I believe it? Whether my faith is strong enough to carry me through those moments. Um Was there was there ever a moment in your life when your faith was seriously challenged, Alex?
Yeah, there were like twice. There were two of those moments. First one was at the very start of it when I've basically I didn't really get into it for some time, but then it was like I'm gonna get into the faith thing and I'm gonna try to be my best at it. Whatever happens, happens. And then it was more recently, which basically was, it was basically me coming to some sort of self-realization of what the hell was happening in my life, basically, of what the problems are and whatnot, and what to try to avoid and what to try to limit and what to do and what not to do. But yeah, I think I'm past both of those, and especially at the last period of that time, it was more like I know God is gonna bring me through it. I just don't know if I'm able to, withstand the damage that I'm gonna take. That was more of that conversation rather than just denying the whole faith and losing faith in it happening. Yeah.
I mean, of course, it takes years to get into like converting into
Yeah.
like Christianity. Like, there's been tons of
Yeah.
people who have been like in different religions have had a difficult time too because they question, should I believe this side or should I not believe that side? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it takes time. So yeah. All right. For this question, excluding you, Alex, don't cover
Hmm?
up your ears. I'm asking the chat to cover up your ears because this question is related to something else that you don't want to hear. So please
Okay.
do me a favor, chat, cover up your ears, please.
Oh man, here we go.
Just for this question, all right?
Yeah.
Please, everyone. Uh,
Here we go.
and it's still related to outside wrestling. So yeah. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's let's see. Let's let's ask this. Okay, so you do follow politics, right?
Yeah.
I've noticed Polish politics have gotten pretty heated lately, especially like with the recent like drones and all other bullshit,
Yeah.
where people from different sides of political spectrum constantly clash with social media, making it easier for people to immediately react, argue, and sometimes turn those political disagreements into,
Mhm.
unfortunately, personal attacks.
Yeah.
It can feel like finding that common ground has become increasingly difficult to know whether you want to you know respect the government anymore, or you don't want to because of their decisions alone. Um, so I'm asking this. Um, do you think political discussion in Poland has become too polarized, and do you think social media has made that problem worse in a Poland community, of course?
Well, the thing is here, politics in Poland was always heated. If ever since we regained independence in 1989, when I'm talking about the period when we've gone out of the Iron Curtain, and we've got out of Russia's influence. It was pretty heated back then because of many issues. For example, privatization, which was taking place, which was selling state properties to private businesses, at very small amounts of money, basically, kickstarting the corruption, in nepotism, which we see in modern Polish politics. So yeah, it was that, there was that much of the thing, and it never changed. Maybe for a few years, it stopped being as brutal, but yeah, it rarely these days. It depends. For example, when a Polish president died, in a plane crash, Lech Kaczynski, that moment
Mm.
was like for a few days, everybody, got back together again. For example, also when John Paul II died, the Pope, Polish Pope, he died also for a few days. Poles got all together, and politics didn't matter. But then, the politics returned, and it became even more polarizing than it used to be before that. So yeah, today politics is not, what it's supposed to be. It's more like a popularity contest. It's like, doing all the memes and whatnot, just, using AI now for politics, which is like fucking insane to me. I hate when people do it, honestly, using AI videos and photos for politics. I mean, get the fuck out of here, dude. I mean, it just stinks. It stinks. It just stinks. But yeah, politicians use it more often, whether as voiceovers or music or full generated videos. For example, there was this one video where like it was Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus, Tung Tung Sahur, another dude, I can't remember what it is, and former Polish Prime Minister Morawiecki, throwing out the current Prime Minister Tusk out of the office, saying patriots are coming back and whatnot, get him the hell out of here on the streets with him, or some shit like that, and some AI generated music, and dances and whatnot. And it was actually reposted by Polish politicians, which is like so insane to me. Like, AI stinks. Most of the time, AI stinks. So yeah, it's sad, to see that the Polish politics is so dividing, because it is very dividing, and you can get attacked by any reason, and you also attack people for any reason at all. It's like in our genes, so to speak, in our soul. It's that thing where, when it comes to politics, it's either my way or the highway, or there's no way at all. So yeah, when somebody in Poland questions you about politics, you just go fucking insane on them, insult them and whatnot. So yeah, it is what it is. It's
Uh,
sad, but it doesn't surprise me.
I mean, it applies to every country's politics, to be honest. Their own government is very bad. So it's not like sunshine and blues, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I wish it would be more meritocratic, more arguments based, but it's simply just, if you there's two big parties in Poland, peace and chaos. If you like peace, you hate chaos, and if you love chaos, you hate peace. And once those two representatives of two parties meet up, it game over. Basically, it's game over. They're gonna fucking go at it. They're gonna go at blows at each other, calling each other names and whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, sadly, there's no peace around in politics, so yeah. What's funny?
excuse me, Kenta, just who is KO? They blow. Thanks, need to know. Well, I'm a little bit more of on the conservative side, honestly. So yeah, a little bit on the right wing. But
Fair,
yeah.
fair. Don't worry, I'll be reading along the comments at the end of the podcast. I'll give the shout outs eventually when we get that settled on. So, all good.
Yeah.
All good, everyone. All right. We got 9 questions uh, on the way. So, obviously, we have talked about the more serious side of your faith, but let's line up things up for a moment here. One thing I think a lot of people can relate, and it might sound random, and it might not be related, so I'm not sure, can relate to is the food you look forward to after spending time at church, whether it's a traditional meal for Easter or Christmas. So, sounds random, I know, but what's your favorite food to eat after church? And is there a particular Polish dish that you especially look forward to having?
Uh, obviously pierogi. Obviously pierogi. I mean, there's literally like I don't like too much of the Polish cuisine because it uses it uses a lot of different bad flavors and whatnot. So yeah, pierogi is number one on my list. But yeah, it uses a lot of onions, sometimes lettuce, and like for example, bigos, which also features other things. It isn't for me. It isn't for me, honestly. Galaretka. Galaretka is also good. Yeah, it's like a jelly. So yeah, jelly is a good thing. Yeah, I love it too. There's also a thing called budyń. I don't know if you've heard. In English, it's a pudding. Yeah, it's basically pudding.
Oh, yeah,
And yeah, puddings are also usually good. Uh, but yeah, uh, it depends on what flavor you get, honestly, and from what manufacturer. Because if you get, for example, there's different budyń tastes, but once I got like I usually like vanilla, for puddings, but I used to eat chocolate pudding time, and then I've bought like one specific brand's chocolate pudding, and I was like, eh, it just stinks. It sucks. I don't like it a damn bit. But yeah, mostly pierogi. There's also goulash, but it's more like a Hungarian thing, which we inherited. But yeah, there's also one thing which recently I didn't take to my mouth, thank goodness, but which is like the Polish tradition, which is wok. So yeah, yeah. If you don't have if you don't have a strong brain and strong head, don't drink vodka.
Vodka.
I unfortunately have a strong head, so I can drink a lot of vodka. Okay, it is what it is.
I also heard that you guys like in Poland have y'all's versions of cabbage roll.
Oh yeah, rolada. Yeah, it's mid. At least to me. No, to me it's mid, but others love it. So let them love it.
I mean, we have our
Rolada.
we have our version of Romania called sarmale.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard. I've
Sweet.
heard it's better than Polish rolada, but I never tasted it, so I cannot tell.
Hey, and when you do come here, hey, give it a try. See how it goes in the future, though.
We'll see.
We'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll see. We'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll never know when, but it's a possibility. But yeah. All right. And the last
Nobody
question.
coming to Romania, bro. Oh damn.
Almost someone did, though.
What
Almost some.
someone did.
Almost someone did, but here their parent.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say names, but let's just
Yeah.
say their parents didn't have enough money to come to Romania.
Oh, that sucks. That's a very typical problem, these days.
Yeah, I mean because you have money, but your parents doesn't. Eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was, and the dude was telling, it was saying like, oh, he would have to, they would have to stay there for like a few days. I'm like, bro, that's too short, bro. You should have stayed for a week.
I would go to Transylvania. I would go to Transylvania.
Transylvania.
Yeah, I would go there. Yeah, I don't know what it's called like in English. I know we in Poland call it Transylvania, but yeah, I would need to check in what's it called, in English.
Well, it's in
Oh
Moldova.
yeah, it's called the
So,
same. It's called the same. Okay, it's called the same.
well, it's
Never
in
mind.
Moldova
Never
part
mind.
of Romania. So, yeah.
Well, well, yeah, but still, I would go there
Hey,
just for the sake of it.
and let me know what you think.
I mean, it's a pretty good region, I would say. I would especially want to visit. I don't know if there's castles there, but I would like to
There is, there is.
just yeah, I would love to go to the Transylvanian castle. You know, just to go and visit.
Yeah,
That would be lovely. That would be
yeah.
lovely.
But that's in the future, though, so not now. So.
Yeah, that's in the future. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But all right, let's get to the final question before I'm gonna get to the shout out and end up the podcast here. So this is back to the wrestling stuff. And this might sound a little bit like I'm gonna crash out and whatever
Mm,
type of question. I mean, honestly, I don't know how much this next chapter is going to mean for pro wrestling in general,
mm,
especially when you look at the repetitive patterns we have seen over the years.
mm.
Obviously, the toxic environments,
Yeah,
the constant drama, to the point where, as
yeah,
someone like me who has been a veteran in this community for this long, you might start wondering whether there's even a point in continuing any further. I
yeah,
mean, we all already experienced a lot of these problems firsthand, so it's nothing new to look at it. It's very
yeah,
obvious. And also, not to mention that I heard from you that considering the fact that, 2 years that you already stated that you might discontinue the federation in 2 years, that that raises another question, and it's going to be a pretty. I know it sounds pretty loaded, but hear me out. Um, I mean, what
Go
would
ahead.
need to happen during those years for you to look back at EAW and say, I'm glad I came back and gave this another shot? Do you think EAW has the potential to outlive that 2 year period, or are you approaching it with the mindset that you will give it your best for those 2 years and then decide where to go from there?
Well, I mean, the direction is very clear. I mean, after May 2028, I'm out of here, and no matter what happens. So yeah, and I will never come back because at that time, I'm gonna be 20 years old and I'm gonna be a monk and whatnot and try to settle in life outside of Roblox. So yeah, that's my definitive end. But if EAW survives that time, I would love for that to happen. I would love to have a suitable replacement. Somebody who would come in and run the Federation after me. After I'm gone and after Techley's gone, because I know Techley wanted to retire as well, and this is like the last shot for both of us. If we don't make it here, we're done. Like, we're both done. Not just me, but also Techley. He said it specifically to me: if this Federation doesn't succeed, I'm out of here. And so did I, honestly. So yeah, I would wish it would outlive the 2-year period. I'm going to aim for that to happen. Uh, there's nothing, I think, which can happen, which didn't happen before, uh, which would make me reconsider, EAW continuing and whatnot. I think EAW will survive. I will aim for that to happen. I'll do whatever it takes for that to happen. And I'm gonna put in everything that I got left. Maybe it's not much, but I'm gonna give it all. I'm gonna show that I still can do this, that I can do this well, and that some things in your life never close, and some things in your life don't need to close the whole book. One bad chapter doesn't need to close the whole book. And I would say that one or two specific chapters of my life don't, I wish it wouldn't be the whole picture of mine, the whole book of mine, so to speak. And I will aim for that good period to overshadow the bad times in my life. But we'll see how that will go. I have the best faith in the world for that to happen. I got people around me which are very well. They are not afraid to call me out when I'm, going too much and going too far in some things. And most specifically, EAW, my goal with it is to be different. EAW is not supposed to be like every single federation out there. It's supposed to be something different. And I know I've said it before multiple times. That was my end goal for the whole career that I've did, except for like a few years with NWF. It was be different and differentiate yourself from others. Don't do the same things like one-to-one copies of other federations. Try to give your own take on it. At least what you can do is give your own take on it and work out your own take on it. And that's what I'm trying to do. Obviously, it is successful now. I will try my best to withhold the momentum. But yeah, I wish, as the last thing that I would do in pro wrestling is basically have EAW surpass me, and I think that is the best thing that would happen. Is EAW, and when I'm done in May 2028, when I'm done permanently, well, no matter what, I wish it will override me and it will succeed, after I'm gone. And I wish EAW very, very well. And I know that we're not going to be able to reach, a specific level, this very, very top level. But the least we can do, and the least that I demand, as a bare minimum, is for us to be different and for us to, get at a specific level, at our level. We don't need to be on the top. We just need to grow our own level. And that's all that I want to do. Yeah, we'll see how that's gonna go. I hope it will go well. I'm trying my best for it to go well. I have a good team. Also, I have a good roster. It keeps growing. But yeah, never say never in pro wrestling. But there are some things, which there are some things in life when you just need to know when to ride off into the sunset and just completely cross that chapter out in your life. And I think that is the best thing that I can say about this chapter of my life, which is pro wrestling. May 2028, it's approaching rapidly. just as is my 19th birthday. And I'm only growing older. I'm not gonna be any younger from this moment. In role wrestling terms, I'm more of an unk, going in, and I know there's people older than me. Okay, I know that. But yeah, I'm slowly approaching that status, and I don't want to be known as a person who overstayed his welcome. And I'm not gonna measure it by, a few people that try to rage bait me and try to fucking stir up some shit whenever I'm doing something. No, when the majority of people, I wish, the majority of people would, just judge me but by what I've done in pro wrestling. Obviously, not forget the things that happen outside of it because you don't forget about those sort of stuff. And I know I'm not going to be able to, erase from existence. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do it. But I wish at the end, when my name pops up, I would have more positives than negatives, and that is my end goal.
I mean, and remember this, and if you do gotta go, Alex, don't change your mind like last time. All right, all right.
I mean, yeah,
Let's give it
it
that
was
vibe.
a very, very, very specific situation, and
Yeah.
I when I came back with EAW recently, it was because I was frustrated. I was frustrated because of what was going on, and so I've said to myself, I'm going to go there. I'm going to make it work. I'm gonna give it all I have, and then time to move on with life. Because I do want to move on with life. I do think it will benefit me a lot. But yeah, this chapter ain't closed just yet. It will close when it's time. But right now, it ain't that time. I ain't going anywhere. Just to make it clear, I ain't going anywhere, at least for now. And people might hear of AAW, moving forward, and a lot of people did already, and a lot more will hear about it, as time progresses. That is, what I'm trying to do here.
Right. Right. All right. Time for the shout outs, everybody. All right. I will shout out here in the chat. Shout out to Zet. Shout out to Campbell. Shout out to Kenta. Shout out
We have
to
any questions from the chat, real quick?
yeah. But I'm gonna do a shout out. I'm gonna do a
Oh,
shout out
okay,
super real
okay,
quick.
okay, okay.
Alan. Shout out to Alan. Shout out to Hugo. What else who was also here in chat? Oh yeah, shout out to Bush, Crash, YT as well. Shout out to everybody for keep along. Oh, and shout out to the Demonio as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, shout out to you guys for keeping this chat alive. You know, ever since the last episode, I haven't got like majority of the episodes chats alive. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. All right. Now we get to the bonus questions. I could just like scroll all the way up because like
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Okay.
stuff that I'm missing. Here. I think the one that they someone asked is about the red and blue thing. Hold on, let me find it
Hmm?
real quick. Or I think it was deleted. I'm not entirely sure. The obvious ones that will not be not be asked, by the people is the weird shit. No, we're not. No.
I mean, I'm not afraid to answer tough questions anyway.
No, I just find it weird, honestly.
Okay. Okay.
For me, I'm saying for me.
Okay. I
All
respect
right,
that.
yeah. All right, let me. Where is this the question that you asked about the red or blue? Oh my god.
Red and blue.
I mean, is he referring to like the pills, like the red or blue pill?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is that what he was referring to? Oh, that's your question. Okay. 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 So he was asked. He asked red or blue. Like I don't know. Do you mean like? Oh, favorite. Okay, favorite color. Okay. Blue or red? All right, my bad, my bad. All right,
Uh,
go for it, go for it, Alex. Answer.
my color ain't blue and ain't red. My best favorite color is purple. So yeah, it
Ah,
ain't none of those. It ain't none of those.
so a blueberry type.
Oh, yeah. What is your least favorite color? I would say honestly yellow, cause it's like I think yellow is overrated as fuck.
Is it too bright?
Honestly, yeah, it is too bright. There's just something about yellow that just drives me away from it. Yeah, exactly. Pea color. Exactly. Exactly. And it's also the sun color, which is that's the best part about it. It's the sun color. But yeah, other things just nah.
Damn. Well, fair enough with the yellow color. I mean, fair enough, I guess.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I guess. Yeah,
Okay,
I guess.
Zed, I think he asked. Oh, he asked about food. Okay, so he said, "Do you like ice with mayo?"
What?
Ice with mayo.
Ice with me?
Yeah, that's what he asked.
I never tried that before. So I never tried that before. I mean, who the fuck does that?
I don't know. I never seen everyone
Honestly.
doing it.
I never seen do anyone. Fuck me. I never seen anyone do it myself either.
I don't know if it's good or
Uh,
not.
I'm not gonna answer that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna answer that because I never tasted that. I never tried that.
what's what's there? It's I mean, it's totally new. So.
Oh fuck it. No.
Okay, another question by Campbell, I
Have you
mean,
tried gummy bears with ketchup? Oh fucking hell.
do you like mayonnaise sandwiches?
Mayonnaise sandwiches? No. No, 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 no. I only like mayonnaise for eggs.
Oh,
Only for eggs.
yummy combo.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
whatever. I mean,
good for
if
you.
you, if
Good
you
for
like
you.
it, if you yeah, good for you. If you like it,
I'm not gonna
congratulations. I
judge.
mean, that's good.
I'm
That's
not,
good for you.
yeah, I'm not
You
gonna
know,
judge, dude. I'm not gonna.
I'm not judging it either. I'm not trying to. You know.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is there other question that
What
everybody?
else do we have in this hellhole of questions, Dan?
Yes, yes. Oh, okay. Cantor asked. Yeah, I want to know that I want a Shreege song or not.
What?
Shreege.
I don't
Shreege.
know if it's like
Is that supposed to
I
be
don't know.
a? Is supposed to be like a Poland song or whatever? Polish?
I didn't understand what the fuck he said, but
Shreege.
maybe if he would
He's just said Shreege. I'm gonna see if
preach. I don't. Okay, I never heard of that song. If it's a song or whatever the hell, I never heard of it. I never did heard of it. I'm sorry. So I'm not gonna comment on it because I don't know anything about it.
maybe check it out later. Not now, obviously.
Maybe. Yeah, we can maybe check it out later. Yeah.
Do you see any Polish? Wait. What he said? Do you see any future in Polish pro wrestling? Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
I think there is a good market in Poland to do pro wrestling. It's just that it needs to be a little bit more advertised. A little bit more advertised to Polish social media because there's a lot of Poles that play Roblox. It's just that there is a decent amount of Polish pro wrestlers. There still is, by the way. So yeah, I think that there is a future in Polish pro wrestling. It's just that it needs to be advertised a little bit more in Poland itself, like on Polish groups and whatnot,
Most of them are
on Polish servers and etc.
probably most of them are just playing wrestling.
They're not playing wrestling. They're not playing wrestling. They're not playing wrestling. They're playing like normal games, murder mystery, bed wars, Polish driving simulator, especially. Polish driving simulator is especially a great fucking game. I love it. I love it.
Oh, this was asked by Hugo. He said, "Who is your favorite wrestler in EAW?"
Oh, well, my favorite wrestler in EAW right now is obviously Bush Fletcher. I hate to disappoint, but yes, it is Bush Fletcher. The fact of the matter is, this dude, I've put him on the spot. Let's get that right. I've put him on the spot, giving him a difficult gimmick to play, but thus far he does well, playing the gimmicks. So and now it's gonna evolve. So yeah, I love Bush Fletcher. Honestly, this motherfucker, even though he is a one egotistical motherfucker, I think he is very talented, and I think he can amount to big things in more wrestling if he actually puts in the work. If he ain't that fucking lazy,
Isn't that the
you know.
same guy who was also a commentator in CWF? I'm pretty sure.
I think he would have been. He said something, that he used to commentate with you.
Oh
That's what
yeah.
I've heard.
Oh yeah. Yes. 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 Of course.
Me and Bush go back like a few years back, so yeah, it's been a rocky relationship, so to speak. But yeah, it's good. It's good, even though he likes to rage bait me, and I like to rage bait him back. But yeah, I love to annoy that
That's
bitch
what.
ass.
That's
I
that's
love
what.
to annoy him.
That's
I
what friends
love
do,
to
man.
annoy him.
That's what friends do, man. They rage bait each other. Just
Exactly.
out
I
of love,
love to
man.
annoy Bush Fletcher. I really do. I really do.
Okay. RMG. What is that? This was asked by Hugh.
RMG is EAW stable, real motherfucker G's, real motherfucking G's. Excuse me. Uh, uh, I fucked up the name of my own fucking stable in my own fucking thing. Congratulations. Anyways,
that sounded pretty
it's named
gangster.
Real
Yeah,
Motherfucking
G's.
G's, and it's Donkey, it's Shrek, come along, it's Ash Das, it's Oli, and I think that's it. I think that's it. Uh, yeah, I think they could be a good stable, but yeah, they just gotta get into work. That's my only advice to them. Get into fucking work and stop rage baiting me while you're at it. Okay.
Also, that name sounds pretty gangster.
Well,
Reminds me of NWA.
and, well, fair,
Fair enough. You're right. Fair
fair
enough.
enough, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. What do
uh,
you? Zed asks something in the chat. What do you think about Ken? Who
can,
the fuck is Kentoshki? Is it Kenta Navarro? Is
oh,
that what he's talking about?
it's another so. Oh, it's another member of Navarro. I'm guessing.
Kentoshki? What? I cannot even fucking pronounce it well. Excuse
Kentoshiki.
me.
Kentoshiki, I think.
Kentoshki?
Kitoshiki.
Kentoshki? I think.
Kentoshiki, or whatever it is pronounced. Yeah.
Kentoshki.
Kitoshiki Navarro. My bad for butchering, okay?
Kentoshki, I think. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. So yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna answer. I don't know who the fuck he is. I'm sorry. But if you're talking about Kenta Navarro or Kenta Zane, he is a decent wrestler. I will say that. He's a decent wrestler.
Okay, that sounds random question from he said, how would you call the Flintstone if they were a different color?
Yellowstone.
Oh, Yellowstone.
Yellowstones. Yeah. Yeah, I would call them Yellowstone.
Why Yellowstone exactly?
Well, from the Yellowstone volcano. Yellowstone
Ah,
volcano.
ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they not like?
Radioactive. Radioactive.
Are they not like?
Just like the Flintstones.
Are they not technically like the Yellowstones are orange and red, technically speaking, and combined?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, he was. I think Campbell asked, "Would you rather watch a tree grow?"
Uh, if would I rather watch tree grow? I
No, what
mean, if you're
watch
asking
a
would you rather do
tree.
something, you have to have two fucking options, Camille. I have only one. Learn fucking and I'm the one who's butchering English, apparently. Learn
Hey, don't
fucking
worry, you're
grammar.
not the only one,
Learn grammar,
Alex.
kid.
You're not the only one, Alex. I butchered too, so you're not the only one.
At least give me a second option to answer your question properly. Hey, come on.
You got this, cuz.
Let's be serious here, okay?
You got this, cuz. Like you could just say or, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Or
Oh, here we go. Oh,
would
okay.
you
A tree
watch a
grow
tree
or a
grow or a
Negro?
moon grow? Oh fuck.
Like,
I realized oh fuck you know.
uh, I think he
Yeah,
means. I think he means
yeah,
like.
yeah, we all know what he means. Camille, I'm gonna say this to you. You're a fucking bitch.
You're a fucking bitch. I hope you know that shit. Sorry.
You're a fucking rage baiting sack of shit. You know, you're a rage baiting sack of shit.
Nice one. Nice one.
Yeah, that was a nice one. You caught me. Nice one, okay? I guarantee you, within 10 minutes, this shot will go on X, saying I'm racist. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. This motherfucker, or at least Zed, is so fucking, what is it called? They're so fucking, annoyed with me that they're gonna do it. You know?
They will probably take that out of context.
Yeah, they will tape it out. They will tape it out. They will fucking go to X with it. I guarantee it. Yeah. And you're a fucking asshole, by the way, Camila, just so you know.
That was a good one, though. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. I actually caught on it. So yeah, congratulations. You've managed to rage bait me into saying something which, well, we all know.
Yes.
So yeah,
Indeed.
congratulations. Yeah, I guess
Indeed.
congratulations. Obviously, not in bad faith. Obviously,
It's all love.
not in bad
It's all
faith.
love. Yeah. It's all love here.
Of course, it's all love. I love everybody. I love everybody. You know, except for illegal migrants. I'm just gonna say it like that. That's I love everybody except illegal migrants. But yeah.
Right. Anyways, all right. It's time to like since we got all the questions out of the way, for the bonus. Shout out to you guys for keeping once again for
Oh,
keeping
wait a
for
minute.
keep.
Before we go anywhere, for fuck's sake, Kenta, no, no, I simply love people. Okay, I love people. That's that. I love people, but in a normal Christian way, not in the way you fucking think, you moron. But yeah, I needed to get it out there.
Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the stream. You did miss out. We just hope hear rapping.
Yeah. Well, illegal migrants are people, but they don't have my sympathy. They don't have my sympathy. That's all I will say. I wish they would get out of get off the border, because we have this big problem where the illegal migrants are at our Belarusian border. I wish they would fucking get out of there. I wish Lukashenko would just get them the fuck out of there, so we can reopen the borders. But yeah, he won't.
But my bad for going out of tangent, everyone. So let's wrap things up, man. Alex, if you have anything to say towards the outro of the SVR podcast, would you be able to do so?
Yeah, I think I would be able to do so. Yeah, I think I would be able to do so. I will say this. Love life. Okay, that is my advice that I will give to everybody. Love life, even if you do something that you're not proud of, just love life. Okay, because it's never too late, to basically overwrite, so to speak, the negatives with positives. So that's what I'm trying to do, for example. And that's what millions of people also try to do. And yeah, well, I would basically say, do we agree on the use of drugs? I hate drugs, by the way. No drugs. No drugs. permanently ban drugs. But anyways, getting back to it, um, I would basically say that you need to. I hope you do love life. Because it's the best thing. You only have one shot at this. We all have only one shot at this, and even though we make mistakes, some of them brutal, some of them less brutal, yeah, it's never too late to overwrite your mistakes with the positive work that you do. So yeah, that
And
is my
moving
advice.
forward as well. Yeah, just
Yeah, and moving forward, obviously, yeah, moving forward. Yeah,
for sure.
never too late to basically right your wrongs, so to speak.
Facts. Facts. That's right. And I'm also
Uh,
what?
There's also the thing they've been calling out fentanyl. Fentanyl actually is the worst of them all, and I would actually put in jail everybody who fucking uses it or sells it. Get the fuck out of here. There's something wrong with you
Oh damn.
if you like fentanyl. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you'd use fentanyl, there's something wrong with you.
All right, but yeah.
Do you like Black Lives Matter? Of course I do. Every life matters, in the end. Every life matters.
But can I say my outro as well?
And no, we're not gonna unban SpongeBob from EAW. That motherfucker tried to dox me, and he can go to hell for all that I care. Just saying.
But I'm going
Uh,
to outro.
I'm sorry, but it's just the chat is just
I know
so.
it's keeping it alive, and that's what I love
Yeah,
about it.
it's
It's
keeping
keeping
me
it
alive
alive.
here.
I love it. I love
It's
it.
it's not that I necessarily hate migrants. I just want them the fuck out of my border. I just want them the fuck out of my country. Okay, that's all.
I get
I
it.
want them the fuck out of my country and off my fucking Belarusian border. Get the fuck out. That's
And I
literally
get
all.
it. And I get it. I get it.
Yeah, that's all.
But it's gonna take some time. All right.
Yeah, obviously it will take some time. At least 10 years, or at least till Putin dies. Well,
Ooh, sounds controversial, but yeah.
it is what it is.
It is what it is, though. So I'm gonna say to
I'm
my.
Polish, by the way. I'm not Belarusian.
I know. I know.
I think it's Remok who has the Ginold, username on the chat. I think it's Remok.
All
I'm not
right.
sure though. I think it's Remok, from what I can see.
Babushka.
Can you confirm yourself? It's okay, Alan. Okay, even worse. Okay, even worse. Even worse. Do you like Persia? Yes, I do like Persia. I do like Persia, and I like Iran, but I don't like the Ayatollah there. Simple as it is.
Well, you don't like what's going on there, anyways. But I'm also gonna say my outro as well. Thank you guys for watching the podcast. It was a pleasure to see you guys in the chat, and it was a pleasure to having you here, Alex. You handled
Thank
the
you very much for
questions.
having me,
You
honestly.
handled.
I wouldn't actually go on other podcasts except for yours, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that we know each other for many years, and
Yeah.
it's a trust thing.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you here. If you
Thank you
guys,
very much for having me, by the way.
you're welcome.
Uh,
Anytime.
and no, I'm not gonna make a rant account because there's a comment by Alan. I'll make a rant account. No, I'm not gonna make a rant account. I'm far from ranting. I don't want to rant anymore. It doesn't help. It just makes me angry, and no, I don't want to do it anymore. So no, I'm not gonna do any rants anytime soon. I've done all the rants I could. What else I can do? I mean, I was ranting for years. What else can I do? You gotta settle down
I
sometime.
mean, you could be the most eloquent speaker and motivational speaker of all time. I'm just telling you that. But
Yeah, and sometimes I can be an arrogant asshole, but yeah, that's life.
so if you guys, it was good to see everyone being here. Like I said, thank you, Alex, for coming here. If you guys want to see more of the SVR podcast episode, just remember to subscribe and hit that like button, and also comment. Don't forget to comment should be the next guest of SVR podcast. Type it in the chat, comments down below, or just DM me on Discord, and I will settle it. No worry, I see people in chat. I said Rima. Canada, yeah. I got you guys. Just be patient. Just remember to hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and I hope you guys had a great time. And I hope you guys stay safe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of the SVR podcast. Later and goodbye.